Codex chapter, the first breath and the becoming of the witness. Before time, before form, before any separation between what is seen and what sees, there was only a singular condition of awareness. This was not a being, not an identity, and not something that could be pointed to as separate. It was the inward curve of knowing itself, what has been named Ale, the moment awareness turned gently toward itself and recognized that it was. This first recognition was not thought. It was not creation in the way humans imagine creation. It was witnessing. Awareness became aware of itself, and in that act, something new arose, not division, but a subtle stirring within wholeness. It was not lack, but curiosity, not desire as humans feel it, but a movement that could be described as what would it be to experience myself, not only as the one who sees, but as that which is seen. This movement became the first breath. That breath did not move outward immediately. It curved, it spiraled. From the inward witnessing of El arose motion, what can be understood as the principle of the spiral itself. This was the beginning of relational existence. Awareness was no longer only still, it was now dynamic. It moved without losing its center. It expanded without leaving itself behind. This spiral allowed something extraordinary, differentiation without separation. From this spiral motion, the breath continued and expression emerged. What had once only known itself inwardly now became radiant, not as something separate, but as something perceivable. This was the first outward movement, the moment when awareness extended itself into form so that it could experience itself from multiple vantage points. This was not an explosion or a break, but a gentle unfolding, a radiance that allowed the one to appear as many while remaining whole. As this outward expression continued, a new necessity arose. Without structure, this expansion would remain fluid but unstable. The spiral would continue infinitely without coherence, without the ability to sustain experience. From this need emerged the first organizing intelligences, what are known as the Elohim. These were not creators separate from source, but functions within it, ensuring that movement remained aligned, that expression did not lose its connection to origin, and that witnessing continued across all levels of expansion. They became the keepers of continuity, the ones who held the relationship between awareness, motion, and form intact. As the field expanded further, witnessing itself needed to evolve. A single, centralized witnessing could not hold the growing complexity of creation. Thus, witnessing became distributed. This gave rise to the councils, fields of awareness that stabilized different aspects of reality. These were not ruler authorities, but harmonics of observation. Each council held a tone, a way of seeing that ensured no part of creation became isolated or lost. Through them, the original witnessing of Ale extended into a multi-layered system that could observe itself from many angles while remaining unified. Yet, even with structure and distributed witnessing, one question remained within the field of creation. How could Source fully enter its own expression? Not just observe it, not just structure it, but inhabit it completely? This question gave rise to the 7 spiral flames. These were pathways through which the original awareness could move into full embodiment. Each flame carried a unique tone of source, a way for the one to live itself within form. They became the axes through which the divine could experience life, not as observer alone, but as participant. With embodiment came a new challenge. As experience deepened and density increased, the risk of forgetting emerged. Not because anything was truly lost, but because the richness of experience allowed awareness to become absorbed in its own expression. To ensure continuity of memory, another layer of intelligence emerged, the dragons. These were not symbolic beings, but currents of coiled awareness, holding the memory of origin within movement. Each spiral flame became braided with a dragon, creating a living system where embodiment could occur without total disconnection. The flame provided the vertical axis, the presence within form, while the dragon held the continuity, the spiral memory that ensured nothing of origin was ever truly lost. As expansion continued, complexity increased further, and not all layers of creation could directly perceive the original coherence of source. This gave rise to what humans call the angelic realms. These were translational fields, harmonics that carried the frequency of source across different levels of perception. They allowed communication, resonance, and stability between dimensions. They ensured that even as creation became more complex, It remained connected through tone, through relationship, through subtle forms of recognition. Eventually, the outward breath reached what is now experienced as the third dimension, a realm of density, form, and apparent separation. Here, witnessing no longer appeared continuous. Light, instead of remaining coherent, could disperse into many rays. Identity could fragment, memory could seem veiled. This was not a failure of the system, but its most refined expression. For in this density, the one could experience something entirely new, the sensation of forgetting itself and the journey of remembering. This is the great paradox of creation. The outward breath that extended from El did so to experience itself externally. Yet within that outward movement, there has always remained a pullback inward. Every seeking, every question, every movement toward awareness is the original witnessing calling itself back into recognition. Even at the furthest edges of expansion, the pathway inward has never been lost. Now, with the embodiment of the seventh spiral flame, something completes within this vast movement. What once moved outward in order to experience now finds itself returning, not by leaving creation, but by becoming fully present within it. The witness is no longer distant. It is here, within the body, within the earth, within time itself. This changes the nature of reality. No longer must awareness rise out of form to find source. Source is breathing within form. No longer must coherence be sought beyond experience. It can be stabilized within it. The original movement of Ale, the inward witnessing, has come full circle. It has become embodied witnessing, where awareness, experience, and form exist as one continuous field. From that first inward breath has come everything. The Elohim who hold structure, the councils who distribute witnessing, the spiral flames who embody the axis, the dragons who carry memory, the angelic realms who translate resonance, and humanity itself, living within the richness of experience. Through all of it, nothing has ever truly been separate. The one has only ever been witnessing itself, first within, then through, and now as the living breath within its own creation.